Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Becca. I'm an artist, a runner, and I like to make content that inspires, whether it's because you feel like a late bloomer, you're trying to start a fitness journey, or you're just trying to live a calmer and more present life. I know it's been a few weeks since I've posted. I had to take a little bit of time off. I know a lot of you guys are also creatives and artists or something of the sorts. And you know, sometimes you like get into something so deep that you kind of only think about that one thing, like your claws are just in that, and it takes a little bit of the fun away, you know what I mean? That's kind of how I was feeling with YouTube for a little bit. I think that I get very obsessive when I'm doing a craft or some kind of creative activity sometimes, and I'm teaching myself to like tone it back and to just be like, hey, this doesn't have to become your entire life. It can be something that you do casually. So that's why I had to take a little bit of a break, just to like give myself a little reset and to kind of get back into my flow when it comes to making videos. Especially too because I have this like image of myself and the future that I see for myself, and when I make videos sometimes I feel like I'm manifesting that version of me. So I kind of have to take the time to be neutral about whatever it is that I'm making. I've been trying to practice this thing of like slowing down and giving myself the space to be neutral about things, whether it's my like actual creative art like ceramics and things like that, or it's doing things like content creation, which I find to be a creative outlet. I've been trying to just take it a little bit slower and just, when I say neutrality, I mean like not let it become this very obsessive thing, not let it become this thing that I feel like I have to do all the time. It's the same way with like intuitive eating. I'm trying to like intuitively create. Obviously there are times where I'm not going to be able to do that all the time with doing creative things because, you know, if somebody commissions me to make a pot or a cup or something for them, like I have to make it then. But when I have the free time to do it, I'm still trying to learn to find this balance within myself and within myself as a creative. And yeah, so I just need to take a little bit of time to relax and like take a step back. I have this image of myself that I see when I close my eyes like a couple of years from now, and I feel like when I think about myself as being her, I'm really calm. Like I don't see her being this like frantic creative. I see her being very slow, very intentional, very just in the moment. And this is one of those things where I'm practicing that and taking the time to step into the shoes of the future version of myself. That's kind of a little random manifestation hack that I have, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I've been getting a lot of Instagram comments like, when are you coming back to YouTube? I'm back. I just have to take it slow. I think it's also that thing of like when you get really excited about starting a new craft or a new creative endeavor, you get like really, really excited about it that sometimes you forget about the other things you need to do. And my goal to open my ceramics like store is coming up, and I really wanted to make sure that I was focusing on that and taking the time to like make sure that I decide what designs I want to do, figure out what exactly my style is. I think I still have like a good year before I actually open the store fully. I am open to taking commissions right now, but I don't want to go into it with this like kind of back and forth where I like go really heavily into one creative thing and then I kind of take a step back from ceramics in a way. But when I think about this future version of me, I see her as very calm, I see her as very intentional, and I've been trying to infuse that into every part of my life, even with my running, because you guys know I'm running 30 miles on my 30th birthday in a few weeks. So I've been doing a lot of running and just getting a lot of activity, but I don't want it to feel like it consumes my entire life or my entire day. Same thing with YouTube videos or doing my ceramics. I'm trying to find a really good balance when it comes to how I live my life, especially because I'm going back to school in a few weeks, and I just want to make sure that I am living the life that feels the most sustainable for me, but also the one that feels the most soulful and the most good, you know? But yeah, I'm really, really excited. I feel like the next couple of weeks are gonna be really fun. I actually have still been filming YouTube videos, so I filmed a bunch and I have some that I'm gonna post, so they're gonna be a little bit backlogged, but I filmed them, I just didn't edit them, so you guys will still get some good videos in the next coming weeks. But yeah, it's just been nice to take a little bit of a step back and just to focus on other things that I actually need at the forefront and kind of like allot certain amounts of my creative focus to different things at one time, instead of being like going all in on this one thing and then the other thing goes to the back, especially with running, because Running isn't creative for me, but it does help me to clear my head enough to be creative. It's like, you know, if you go on a really long walk, all of a sudden you get all of these ideas. That happens to me pretty much every day, but when it comes to running does that for me too. So making sure that I take time to do that, but also not become obsessive is really, really important. But I'm really excited for today's video. We're gonna go to the farmer's market. We're gonna take some time to just go outside and get ready for a new creative week. I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, and I kind of want to show you guys how I'm balancing being creative, being athletic, doing everything that I'm trying to do to get my life together for the next couple of weeks, because I'm turning 30 soon, and I just feel like, I don't know, the next couple of weeks really feel like I'm stepping into this new version of my life, and I want to show you guys what that looks like for me. I do take sponsorships on some of my videos in order to buy clay and art supplies and things like that, and I want to thank the sponsor of this week's video, which is National University. National University is one of the largest private nonprofit universities in the United States, with over 150 degree programs, credentials, and certificates, and they're a yellow ribbon school, which is definitely something to look out for as a fellow veteran, because finding schools that understand the ins and outs of military and veteran benefits is really, really helpful. They offer 4 and 8 week flexible online courses, which is great for people who really need flexibility within their busy lifestyles. So if you're like me, balancing art, running, and all these other things going on, online classes can feel like a little bit of a break and offer flexibility to fit learning into your life. One of my favorite things about National University is that they confer more graduate degrees to diverse students than any university in the United States, with over 50% being women, and they also awarded over $50 million in scholarships last year. So if you're interested in learning more about National University and what they offer, go ahead and click the link in my description. And thank you so much to National University for sponsoring this week's video and allowing me to share these resources with you guys. I'm really excited to go over to the farmer's market. I'm hoping that I can find some good fruit and a couple of other things. So we're gonna get this day going before I start rambling to you guys for another hour. And I feel like today is gonna be a really, really good day.
We're on our way to the farmer's market. My only goal is to get some sourdough bread and some fruit. So let's see what we get.
Let's do a little farmer's market haul. I actually got a lot of good stuff today, and I love the farmer's market because I feel like everybody's in a good mood. I got eggplant, so cute. I can't wait to see what my wife makes with these. And she just whispered to me that they're called fairy tale eggplants, and they're so cute. I'm really excited to see what we make with those. We got some sour cherries. I was staring at them the second we walked in because they were so vibrant and beautiful. Look at that. Ugh, isn't that just like the most perfect cherry you've ever seen? Taste test. Oh my God, they're so good, but they are very sour. I got a little piece of focaccia. How gorgeous is that? Heap of sourdough. You guys know that I love the sourdough from Whole Foods, but I don't know, I've been wanting to try more like very specific bakeries, small owned businesses and things like that. So I hope that this is good. One of my favorite things, champagne grapes, and I don't know if this is a plum, which I'm excited to try, but champagne grapes are so good. If you can find them, get them. They just, to me, it's like eating little pieces of candy, and I love it so much. And then the place that we got the broccoli from, this guy was selling these mango pieces. He doesn't do any added sugar or anything. This tastes like candy. It's so good. He says he sweetens them with like fruit juices. And I tried it and I was just like, oh my God, this is gonna change my life. It's so good. And last but not least, maybe the most important part of this farmer's market haul, we got a bunch of fermented foods. This is the garlic chili carrots. We got some fermented cranberries, this sauerkraut. It's called wild ramp sauerkraut. And I'm just so excited because I love fermented foods. I always feel like they add a little bit of extra zest to whatever meals that I'm making, especially when I'm making really quick stuff and bowls and things like that. But I also know that they help with my gut. I've always had gut issues, so I love eating fermented foods and just having them easy to grab. I've been buying this Polish sauerkraut from the grocery store, but I don't know, like I want to buy it from a person and know that they're using their own recipe. I don't mind buying like super commercial things, but this to me is like, this wasn't really like a grocery haul. This is more things that like I probably wouldn't find at the grocery store or things that I don't want to buy at the grocery store. I've been trying to condense my grocery shopping down because I feel like prices have been getting really crazy and just trying to eat more simple foods. But when it comes to things like sauerkraut and certain fruits, I want to get them from farmers because I just feel like obviously you're getting them from farmers one way or another, but I like going to farmers markets where I know that it's like a small farm or a local farm because a lot of times I feel like it's fresher. You're getting it pretty close in season and I just feel like they taste better. That's just my opinion. But I'm gonna put all this away. We're gonna eat some breakfast and then I need to go to the ceramic studio because I have a couple of things that I need to clean up and I wanna bring you guys along with me because I told you guys that I would start actually showing my art on here. I just get very insecure as an artist sometimes, but I did get a bunch of really cool pieces out of the kiln that I want to show you later. But yeah, we're gonna put this away, eat some breakfast, and then we're gonna go play with some clay. Oh my gosh. Wait, try this. Right? I think this is the best one I've made at home. Yeah. Wow, you know what? Maybe soy milk is the secret to a good plant-based latte. Wow. All I did for this was some decaf espresso, agave, and soy milk. Really good. After I get to a good stopping point at whatever projects I'm working on, I like to go home and really plan out what I'm going to do for the next week. So I'm going to draw my templates. I like to do it on this big sheet of paper because if I need to add any details or get some sizings down, it's easier for me to look back at it. So we're going to go on a little walk because I'm getting tired and I know if I wait, I'm not going to go later. So let's get this walk done and then we're going to do the rest of the evening routine.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I I just like to talk with you.
So I finished ACOTAR and Throne of Glass like months ago, and I have not been able to get into a new audiobook or just a book in general in a minute, and I finally found a book. It's called From Blood and Ash, and it is so good. It's so good. I'm zooming through it, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like I'm not going to find anything else good to read in a while, but the series is good. If you need an audiobook or a book to read, it's so good. You're gonna love it.
Time to time, I just wanna see your shadow next to mine.
So I just hit my goal for today, which was 10 miles. I still have to walk back home, so I'll probably get a little bit more mileage than that. But I am trying to set some new goals for myself for the last couple of weeks of this summer. I think I want to try to get at least 10 miles a day, like 5 or 6 days a week, which is doable for me. If you're following along on my Getting Fit Before My 30th Birthday challenge that I'm doing really well. I haven't done any updates just because I've been, like I said, trying to mellow out a little bit, get myself prepared for this new chapter. But I am feeling so good. I'm feeling really strong, and I think I'm gonna do a video for you guys like next week or the week after of how it's going and doing some updates and stuff like that. But I've just been feeling really like grounded in myself and in my life lately, and I hope that you guys are feeling that too. I'm gonna put a couple of recommendations of things that I've been reading, things that I have been listening to that have been kind of helping me to figure out my path and to feel more aligned. I have been getting a little bit more into meditation recently too, so that's kind of something that I've been leaning into to guide me like just in my day-to-day life. But honestly, these past few weeks I've just been really trying to focus on taking each day as a blessing and grateful for the things that I have in my life and the people that I have in my life, and I hope that you guys are able to do that too. I know that the world is pretty crazy right now, and it's not easy to even go on social media or to look at the news, but like look at where you're at right in this moment and try to lead from there. If you're a fellow highly anxious person, I would recommend you put your phone away some days and just focus on what you can focus on the things that you can actually do. I definitely went into a little bit of a hole at some point because I was very stressed about the state of the world, and it's like it doesn't help other people for me to just be anxiously running around like with a chicken with its head cut off. So focus on what you can focus on and do the good that you could do in every single day. But yeah, that is the end of this week's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to get back into my YouTube game again, and I'm glad for all of you that have been sticking around, and I will see you guys next week for another one. Bye.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two wells.